naging mayor, lagi kaming nananalo ng best library sa Davao City. Meron siyang coffee shop sa pinakataas daw, sa roof deck. I've seen the plans noon, but I've never seen it with my own eyes. Meron daw siyang coffee shop. And then I can remember noon, tinanong ko sila, sabi ko, bakit sa design ninyo, bakit may coffee shop dyan sa roof deck? And then they answered,
We're privileged and honored to have our beloved Vice President and Secretary of Education, Inday Sara Duterte.
thank you, please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, assalamualaikum. Madiyaw ug maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Nung papunta ako dito and I was thinking about the event, Library and Information Services Month, I asked myself, when was the last time I read an entire book? And then I cannot remember kailan ako huling nagbasa at natapos ko ang isang libro. And that's not very good news for me. Pero I was thinking about what good news to share with you on this day that our country should be thankful for. And naisip ko, I wanted to share with you what is happening in Davao City. Noong una ako naging mayor, lagi kaming nananalo ng best library sa Davao City. And I've never visited the library until I was told na nanalo nga sila, and I wanted to congratulate the staff for their effort in making sure that their work is recognized. So pumunta ako doon sa library namin. I've not much seen best big libraries. Ang nakita ko lang naman na libraries noon ay mga libraries ng mga eskwelahan na napasukan ko. And nung napasok ko yung library, Davao City Library, nakita ko it wasn't really the best kung ikumpara mo siya sa mga library, sa mga eskwelahan na napasok ko. Because there was really nothing there. There were no tables, there were no chairs. And then nagulat ako. Sabi ko, paano ito naging best library? So I was thinking, maybe the others are worse than what we had doon na naging best in the entire country yon. So I said to myself, one day, kapag merong budget for a extra budget for something that is not for emergency, for social services, for health services, for education, sabi ko, gagawa kami ng library na when you say, oh, this one is the best library, hindi ka mahihiya na ituro mo yung library ninyo. And so, in my third term as mayor, nakahanap kami ng budget, kulang siya, humanap kami ng partner. And then we went to PAGCOR and then we said na, look, ito yung mga achievements ng library namin, pero really, sinabi talaga namin sa kanila, nahiya kami na nagiging best ito kasi we don't think this is the best, but we want to showcase what is a library. So during my third term as mayor, we partnered with PAGCOR and we came up with a library. I've not been there kasi naabutan siya ng end term ko before siya na-open. But some people that I meet that are not from Davao, they've been there and they say that it is worthwhile to really visit because it is something else. sabi nila. I think it's 5 stories. And it's now something that is of use, of good use para sa mga learners namin sa Davao City and all Davao City residents. And madami siyang iba't iba pang features, modern features, seeing that hindi na lang hard copies ang mga books natin ngayon, hindi na lang sa hard copy books tayo gumagawa ng research. And meron siyang coffee shop sa pinakataas daw, sa roof deck. I've seen the plans noon, but I've never seen it with my own eyes. Meron daw siyang coffee shop. And then I can remember noon, tinanong ko sila, sabi ko, bakit sa design ninyo, bakit may coffee shop dyan sa roof deck? And then they answered, the team, the TWG team said, oh, that is important for a library. Kasi madami sa mga tao, they need a break. And many, kapag they need a break, they talk to each other. So, nababother nila yung ibang tao doon sa loob ng library, reading, researching, studying. So sabi nila, that is a very important feature ng isang library where you can take a break na pwede ka makipag-usap, makipagkwentuhan, makipag-discussion nang hindi mo naaabala yung ibang tao. So that is something that I am really proud of for Davao City and something that we should be thankful as a country dahil kapag hopefully nanalo siya ulit as the best library in the Philippines, hindi na tayo mahihiya na when we say na we are from the Philippines and this is our best of the libraries that we have there. Thank you for your invitation for me to participate in this 32nd Library and Information Services Month. I am truly happy to be with you, all of you here this morning. And it is an honor to be invited. And it is my pleasure to help kick off the observation of the month. And may I congratulate the National Library of the Philippines and everyone here today who are representing libraries across our country for the inspiring work you are doing as literacy partners of the Department of Education. While I have seen how some Philippine libraries have evolved through time to keep up with technology and the exchange of information that travels at the speed of light, our libraries have protected the foundations upon which they are built. You have maintained the integrity of libraries as learning hubs for Filipinos, offering the public relevant, verified, reviewed, truthful, and reliable information. This is not an easy task, not in this day and age. Today, we are virtually swimming through a vast, endless ocean of digital information. And just like an ocean, the information that can be had through this digital information is breathtaking as it is abundant. But it is not without dangers. Those waters are often perilous, like the deep blue sea. The digital world has an ecosystem that, if not managed well, if not utilized well, may confuse the public, steal away the quality and truthful information, contribute to miseducation, and lead them right through down its darkest path. We have seen how accessibility to online information has diluted depth and quality, or how convenience watered down hard work, diligence, and thirst for knowledge. There is an over-reliance on digital platforms as a source of information. This encompasses sectors, gender, age, and class. Ang sabi nila, which is true for me at sa mga anak ko, i-google mo na lang yan. And this is very true because almost every day when I hear a word na hindi familiar sa akin, ang sasabihin ko sa anak ko, Shark, paki-google mo nga ang word na ito. And she would say, I'm doing it right now because I'm curious as well. And this is true across the country. And true enough, you only need Google. And all the information you supposedly need would come streaming before you in seconds. You only need to click a link that you think is relevant. You feel is relevant, but not sure if it is relevant. But that's not a problem. You can find another link if you are unsure, and then another, and then another, and then another. The next step is to highlight the text. Control plus C to copy, press Control plus V to paste, and that's it. Research is done. Whether the information was reliable or not, it's not a guarantee. And I find this part of technology worrisome. As a mother of 3 young children with access to technology and online information, I am aware of the possibility of them wandering around the dark side of the online world. Meanwhile, at the library, you have to go through a process as ancient as time. At kahit saan ka tumingin, makikita mo ang mga poster na may nakasulat na silence in bold letters. And this is the reason why libraries should have breakout rooms. There are sections with computers offering online information, but you are at the library for the books. And sometimes you may find yourself lost in the middle of a labyrinth of reading materials, literally and figuratively. I don't want to be misunderstood. I am not demonizing technology and digital information. The Department of Education is in fact cognizant of its role in improving the learning experience of Filipino children, and we recognize our private partners who are committed to assisting DepEd. And at the height of the pandemic, Filipino learners relied on online education. However, it's a given that online information can be skewed. It can be incomplete, it can be erroneous, and it can be curated and produced to provoke a particular reaction, incite hate, pedalize, and misinformation. The case of online education, DepEd maintains that it should only serve as a support to in-person instruction and blended learning. And this brings me back to the relevance of advocating for the importance of libraries, given that they are founded on the idea of a real community organizing a wealth of information and serving for the personal enrichment of the people. This is our weapon against misinformation, against inciting hate, against peddling lies. Because here in libraries, we are assured that information is real, accurate, and correct. As a repository of knowledge, libraries plays a crucial role in ensuring that our people are well informed, making them assets to our schools, communities, and nation. During the pandemic, with the shutdown of schools in Davao City, the Davao City Library launched Share a Book for people undergoing quarantine at temporary treatment and monitoring facilities. The Davao City Library also continued the implementation of the book lending program to give community children education activities while the city was on lockdown. Through the Davao City's mobile library, a bus loaded with books and other reading materials. Books were delivered to the barangays, and children were asked to choose which books they want to read. We know that the National Library of the Philippines has spearheaded outreach activities in public schools, organized storytelling activities, and reading challenge sessions, puppet shows, and other activities that show your commitment to promoting intellectual freedom, access to right information, and infinite learning continues to enrich the minds of Filipinos. You have safeguarded our national treasures. Sabi ko nga kanina, nung pumasok kami at umikot kami sa ating exhibit, they were telling me, oh, this is the original copy, and I was tapping the glass. Sabi ko, this should be bulletproof because this can be stolen anytime or they can just vandalize it anytime. And then they said that they're working on that. No. You have safeguarded our national treasures, guided the success of our students, educators, and researchers, and preserved intergenerational connectedness with a shared passion, providing equal opportunity for self-education or personal development for all. May this gathering, the month-long celebration and commemoration, deepen the importance of our libraries in connecting various communities and enabling inclusive social developments. And may you continue to ensure that libraries are safe spaces for Filipinos, especially for our children to learn. Lastly, may I say that the magical world of knowledge hidden in every library can be genuinely unlocked if one has mastered the Dewey Decimal System. And of course, I'm sure it's digital now, hopefully, but don't forget your library cards. Once again, I am happy to be with all of you here this morning. Shukran.
Muli, ating palakpakan ang ating pangalawang Pangulo, Sara Z. Duterte. Maraming salamat po.
Sa puntong ito, inaanyayahan natin ang ating pangalawang Pangulo para sa isang photo opportunity kasama sina